Yeah, hi everybody, Ideas here. It's been quite a while since I made a video. I actually made one quite a ways back about Obama being a socialist piece of shit. I got some good responses from that one, both on the pro and on the against. Anyway, I was just looking at a couple new articles, and I came across this one, which I find incredible to say the least. Obama administration reportedly plans to create Internet ID for all Americans. The article states that President Obama is putting plans in motion to give the Commerce Department authority to create an Internet ID for all Americans, a White House official told CNET.com. White House Cybersecurity Coordinator Howard Schmidt told the website, "It is the absolute perfect spot in the U.S. government to centralize efforts towards creating an identity ecosystem for the Internet. The National Strategy for Trusted Identities in Cyberspace is currently being drafted by the Obama administration and will be released by the president in a few months. Quote, we are not talking about the national ID card. We are not talking about a government-controlled system. What we are talking about is enhanced online security and privacy and reducing, perhaps even eliminating, the need to memorize a dozen passwords through creation and use of a more trusted digital identity." Commerce Secretary Gary Locke said at an event Friday at the Stanford Institute for Economic Policy Research, according to CNET.com. Locke added that the Commerce Department will be setting up a national program office to work on this project. The move has raised eyebrows about issues. The government cannot create that identity infrastructure, Jim Dempsey of the Center for Democracy and Technology told the website. If it tried to, I wouldn't be trusted. Schmidt stressed that the anonymity will remain on the internet, saying that there's no chance that a centralized database will emerge. I mean, if people don't think that that's completely, absolutely pure socialism at its core, then, I mean, they really have to have their heads checked. Basically, what Obama and this Commerce Department is trying to do is give everybody a standard ID for themselves, almost like a social security number, the whole, so they don't have to memorize so many passwords is ridiculous. I mean, I can't even believe that they use that. I find it incredibly ridiculous that, isn't it something that Obama, who apparently likes to hide their history, won't even be transparent enough as president of the United States to give forward his, his college credentials, won't really give a real birth certificate, not one that was made by the state years later, his, original birth certificate, and all these other things, that he actually wants transparency among every citizen in the United States. I mean, can you actually believe, for one, if the government ran this, it would be a complete fucking travesty, just by the WikiLeaks that come out. You think that I would trust all of the information of all of the fucking people of the United States, all of their shopping habits, where they go daily, what they spend their credit cards on, what books they like to read, what websites that they like to go to, etc., etc., etc. Basically, Big Brother to the nth degree. Do you think I would trust the fucking government with that type of information? First off, I think that they would actually use that information politically to find out, where the majority of people do those things and what the majority of the people's likes and dislikes are, and actually, start their campaigns off with that type of advantage over their opponents. I mean, who wouldn't? And to say that they're just using that, or will be just using that, I first and foremost don't ever think that this is going to pass, but just for them to actually pose this, or to even try to put it forward, is complete fucking, ridiculous. This is absolute proof where Obama's head's at, He's like, screw the illegals, he just wants to control the United States, These internet IDs will basically to give the government control over every single move that every single citizen in the United States makes. Where you travel to, where you spend your money, where you spend, anything that you do online. They'll have access to all of your information, all of your private emails, all of the passwords to your WoW accounts. I mean, basically everything. This would be the ultimate fucking Big Brother ploy by Obama and his administration. I honestly just can't even imagine that they would even try passing this. I think that hopefully that most people would tell Obama to go fuck himself, because that's what I plan on doing if this does try to get moved forward. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out in front of you. I don't know if some of you heard about it or not. Like I said, I personally don't think that it's ever going to pass. I think that it's, I mean, it's an article that's on, all of the major websites too. I'll link, a couple of them, or you can just Google it. I mean, it's going to pull up everywhere. You can go to cnet.com, which I don't think is politically biased one way or another. I actually don't know too much about them, but I've seen it on CNN, MSNBC, and Fox.com, as well as the local websites here. So, you can actually do your own research on it and find out whatever type, form of information you like. It's on all of them. So, I'm not going to come off as a Republican or a Democrat or an independent. I really don't I'm actually anti-partisan, anti-political. I think all of the parties are a bunch of fucking idiots. Yeah, well, I'm not going to get into that anyway. This video is just basically about this, this new bill that they're going to try passing where everybody has an internet ID, and basically the argument from them is that so we don't have to remember passwords. Well, okay, well, fuck you. I don't want you knowing what my fucking shopping habits are, or where I go, or what games I play, or where I what email accounts I have. I'll take my chances of forgetting a password, or I can actually take some personal responsibility and either use a password encryptor or a password safe on my fucking computer, or a pad and pencil and be able to write them down and store it in a safe or in a drawer if I choose to, not to let these motherfuckers actually have access to everything that I fucking do, where I go, what I buy, what websites that I like. If I like to go to a certain forum on a fucking certain website, who the fuck's business is it that they know where I'm at? They can go fuck themselves. And like I said, they're a bunch of fucking hacks anyways. They can't even fucking keep government secure, confidential documents in their own fucking control. I mean, they're popping up on fucking foreign websites, hundreds of thousands of them. Yeah, right. What's next? Everybody's gonna have to get chipped so you can fucking really run tabs on us to fucking hone into his GPS. This isn't like some type of conspiracy type of bullshit. This is Obama's fucking people coming out and saying it. Okay, you can check on any of these websites. You can look it up yourself. And I haven't even made a video in a long time, but I saw this shit and I said, yeah, I need to fucking make a video on this because this is complete fucking bullshit. Anyway, I'd like to hear what some of your opinions are on it, if you have any. I think most of you will probably be in agreement with me, whether you're pro-Obama or pro-Democrat or anti-Obama and conservative or whatever you want to call yourself. I just think that that's just pushing the envelope. I also, like I said, I don't think that it'll ever come to fruition. I think I think most people would just say to go fuck yourself. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I hadn't made a video in probably almost like a year. So anyway, I look forward to some debate on it, or at least to read some of your opinions on it. I'm going to try to actually be a little bit more active in 2011. I haven't actually been. I haven't really had anything to talk about, to be honest with you. I got sick of the religious debates about, well, you can't prove this, you can prove that, and all the fucking, logical arguments and blah, 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 ad nauseum. It's like, all right, well, whatever. And I really don't give a fuck what anybody believes or disbelieves. The only real problem I have with it now is, and this is actually going away from the point of this video, but while I have your ear, the only shit I give about now is that the people that are using fucking religion to harm people, the radicals that are fucking killing people in its name, and I'll always have a problem with that, and I always have. And I have a problem with the people that are religious, that are keeping science out of schools, that are trying to say that they should teach evolution. I mean, not teach evolution in school and teach biblical fucking creation. I think that's just idiotic as well. I mean, if you want to go to a theological school or a private Catholic or Christian school or whatever it is, and send your fucking kid there, but don't bring it into public schools. Yeah, anyway, I hope everybody is well as always, and yeah, just leave me some feedback and I'll try to respond. I don't respond to everybody because some of them I'm just not going to respond to because they're fucking dickhead comments. Some of them I just don't have time to, but if I get it, I'll try to respond to you. As always, I hope everybody's well, and till next time, think hard.